Hi guys, welcome back. So we have had quite a few news going on recently for LKCO and the stock is not moving up. So I get a lot of questions asking me, what does it take to have a rally or stronger run for LKCO? Does that mean we need bad news for that? So in this video, I will share my update view on the news they have published recently, and I would also analyze the chart. And after that, you can give me more feedbacks and questions regarding to these events and especially the letter that the CEO posted last week for all the shareholders of LKCO. So maybe after this, you can give me some of your feedback and questions regarding to these events and the letter, because I want to try to write them another letter to forward more the questions or concerns regarding to the company's growth from our LKCO community, because our community has gone to be bigger and bigger. So I hope we as the shareholders of LKCO can also contribute a little bit to their growth and give out some of the feedbacks, so the company's management can also know more of our opinions regarding to what they sent out recently, and hopefully they can give out some of the answers and give out more ease and calm for our community. So feel free to send me those questions and feedbacks after this, and let me know if you think I should try my best to schedule an interview with them, another interview after March, the last one. Okay, let me start with the letter to all the shareholders. Let me find the English version online. There's English translation that they publish. So here it is, the English version of the CEO providing business update to shareholders, published last week on September 1st. So I have spent the time to read and digest it, the content, and also to dig into the meaning behind this letter, like what it means to the company and stock at this moment. And I'll share why I think it's significant about this. First, he restated the core strategy on services and applications of spatial temporal AI big data. So location, time, AI. In HD map, Internet of Things, intelligent big data, autonomous driving, smart transportation, vehicle road collaboration, V2X, carbon neutrality, and remote sensing data services. So there is an update on the business strategy, the core focuses. He then divided the company strategy into 3 key pillars, which are the smart transportation, second, carbon neutral, and natural resource management services. And the third is Internet LBS, which is location-based service, and intelligent industrialized applications. So he calls this the LUOKUNG's 3 pillars. It is a nice sum up for us. So first, the smart transportation, which is their road-to-vehicle coordination technology. So to achieve fully autonomous driving in the future, it needs both the smart cars and smart roads. And right now, LUOKUNG is working on both, which is providing the HD map for the pre-installation in the cars. So this side of the business is B2B, business to business, because it's facing more the car brands, EVs, basically anyone who is working on autonomous driving in the future would need their service. And also the smart road, it would be B2G, business to government kind of clients, because they are also helping government to achieve their smart highway projects. They gave an example in which they had helped the government to test out this project on a specific highway, and in this they had increased the effectiveness of the highway operation by increasing the capacity, the hours in operation, and then improved the efficiency of the highways. It was a 1-year-long project for the highway in Jiangsu province. And I would expect that since they have tested this with 1 year, that means they would be able to apply this to more highways, a bigger range, because they have accumulated the experience from now on. They have increased investment in intelligent big data computing and Internet of Vehicles. And the second pillar is the carbon neutrality remote sensing data services. So this is through the massive collection and analyzing the big data between the roads and vehicles, so then it would help the policymakers, the government, to keep monitoring the real situation, the data of the carbon emissions. So it's good to see that LUOKUNG is acting fast on the policy, the big vision on the carbon neutrality of the Chinese government, and already launching the service with their own advantage, which is the remote sensing data services. And the third pillar being the internet, LBS, and related smart industry services. This would include internet applications and modern logistics, supply chain, urban transportation, emergency rescue, smart industrial parks, smart cities, and others. And the main advantage here is really the super engines, vector data analytic and processing softwares. And he also gave a note to be grateful for the teams and shareholders that have helped them go through the whole DoD event, because it was definitely the tough time for LKCO as a company and stock. And looking forward, he is quite bullish on the upcoming financial situation for LUOKUNG, as he believes the company is getting better and better. First half of the year was a 417% year-over-year increase, and he seems bullish on the whole year of 2021. So I guess we should all look forward to the next earning report for this year then. And he also gave out what we can look forward to, because since Q1 of this year, LUOKUNG had invested in the research and development of blockchain technology and expect to launch a new solution for geographic information data security service based on the blockchain technology by the end of this year. So just a few months to go and we can see this. This would give out the clients and partners more protection of their data. We know right now data protection. We know right now data security is very important for both the brands and the government. So this might be something good. And you know, I've been very bullish on blockchain as well. After that, LUOKUNG also announced to have Imago to lead the standard of AVP, which is automatic valet parking. It is considered the last mile solution for the L4 level autonomous drive. And so far, what's considered the most probable technology to be applied into use, not just R&D stage, but actual commercial use. So valet parking doesn't involve all the vehicles on the road and the traffic. So that is why it is at this stage the most possible technology to be in use soon. And Imago happens to be leading the project to set up the standard for this. This week, they also announced Imago would offer autonomous driving data services for Sensiac. Sensiac is a subsidiary of Volvo, which is owned now by Geely. Surprise, surprise, Geely again. So it seems like a lot of good news had happened within these 2 weeks, and the share price is not necessarily responding to this. So I think the letter was important because of this. First of all, a lot of people don't understand the business model of LKCO, including the existing investors. So that is why this letter is helping a lot of people to understand more the business model, the technology that was quite complicated, and also before they kind of said a lot but lack focus, and right now we are having more focus in the overall landscape. And second of all, I do think they had a lot of internal meetings with the team, with the management, with the board of directors to refine their business model and strategy based on the new government policy or vision for the country. And for here, we can take the 14-5, which is the 14 5-year plan of the government published recently. I've shared this in the last EH video last week, so you can check out on that too. So I think according to the new policy, potential regulations, the government's vision and focus, it's good to see LUOKUNG had responded fast to this and had a lot of internal meetings to refine the business model, also adjusting to the government's direction to align with the government strategy. So I think this is very good. This way we for sure know that LKCO is aligning with the bigger picture. Less risk of regulation or crackdown. The industry is in what the macro landscapes favor. So I think after this many internal meetings they have had recently, they must have a more clear vision of the company strategy and more focused business. For any small companies, startup especially, I would much more prefer them to have a focus direction, focused strategy, instead of a company that does want to do everything but cannot excel as a small company. So I always like to see it with more focus. In this case, it's very, very similar with the similar letter from the Yihang, another company that we are also very heavy in. The CEO also released a letter back in April or May in which he announced to trim off some of the business in order to focus on what's more important. Yihang released the letter to shareholders somewhere around here, and you see that. And for a small cap like EH and LKCO, it is very easy for just a few institutions together to control the share price. So it's hard to predict short-term movement. Sometimes they can break a few resistance at once. Sometimes they can break a few support at once. So that's why there are times when they have good news and the company's share price is not going up. There are times when there are bad news and the share price is not going down. And this is one of those times. And chart-wise, I really thought that this day was the day with the big volume because of the earning. Increase of 15% with the increase of volume, see? And I really thought that this lowest point, which was 1.46, wouldn't be broken, and it did get broken yesterday. So it's a little bit strange. And the next support, we have 1.39 and 1.32. The slightly good sign is that we have closed above the 20 MA today. So that means we haven't completely broken this support yet, because we have broken the 20 MA since this day on July 6th and never been able to stay back on. So it has been a downtrend following that path. Until the end of August, we stay above that again. So if we can continue staying above the 20 MA, it means that yesterday it was just a false break, like a hard dip or shaking. In the long term, if we zoom out, I was kind of waiting for the 250 MA to cross the 500 MA. So the light blue to cross above the yellow line to have a little bit signal for the long-term bullishness. That's it for today. Don't forget to send me questions and feedback so I can put together an email. Now, if you have enjoyed this video, please give me a big like and write me a great comment. And I'll see you tomorrow. That's it, guys. Hope you can find my videos helpful. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and give me a big like. Thank you.